Hi, I'm Mike Messier, and welcome to the second edition of Short Film Showcase. On this program, we feature local filmmakers as they move forward with their career as professional filmmakers. We've got some great short films on this episode, including Tim Labonte's Don't Laugh comedy shorts, an art house film by Aaron Olson. But our first short is Chris Esper's The Griffin. Let's take a look.
So, Ms. Griffin, what previous experience do you have?
I graduated from Harvard with a business degree, and as you can see on my resume, I have worked at several other firms for the past few years. I interned at D&T and Associates, also worked for Trada Incorporated, and recently I worked for Connie and Kaufman.
I see. Well, thanks for your time. We'll call you.
What, you didn't give me a full interview, you only asked me one question.
Look, the thing is, we're looking for someone with experience.
I have experience.
We're looking for someone who can handle the job.
I can handle the job.
We're looking for someone with power.
I don't understand. Hi, I'm here to see Mr. Mann.
We're looking for someone with power.
Are you saying you're not hiring me because I'm a woman?
What? No. No, I never said that.
That's what it is, isn't it? Isn't it?
Miss Griffin, this is a business. And in a business, employers want people with leadership skills and power. I'm afraid you don't qualify. I'm afraid you don't qualify.
Mr. Mann, what I don't understand is why did you agree to interview me in the first place if you're not going to hire me anyway? Why did I drive here and schedule this interview when I could have been interviewed at another firm and would have been hired? I've worked so hard these past few years. I wanted a bigger and better opportunity for myself, but you won't give that to me. Because of my gender? So why do you waste my time? Because you want to prove a point? Is it because you want me to feel incompetent? Or did you want to feel powerful? I may be female, but damn it, I know I could do this job. And if you can't see that, then I don't want to waste my time with you. Have a good day.
Hi, welcome back to Short Film Showcase. I'm your host, Mike Messier. We just saw a great film called The Griffin, and we have a special surprise for you. We have the filmmaker right here in our studio, Chris Esper. Chris, welcome to the Short Film Showcase.
Thanks, I'm happy to be here.
Now, Chris, tell us about your background in film. Real quick, we saw your last film, Cinematic Power, on the first episode of local Short Film Showcase. This is your second presentation here on our show called The Griffin. Tell us about it.
Okay, well, the Griffin started essentially when I had done a music video prior to that film with Christina Moody, the actress that you saw in that film, and we had a good experience together. She enjoyed working with me, and I enjoyed working with her. Around Christmas time, she had given me a call and had said to me, I need to do several short films or several scenes showcasing my acting.
Right.
And so she was saying how she enjoyed working with me. She liked how I did this, how I did that with The Center, the film that we had made prior to that. And she essentially asked me to direct and write these little short films for her to star in to showcase her acting in different genres.
Yep.
Show that she could be serious, she could be funny, and so forth. And I graciously said yes. I mean, I love the idea of doing that because I was flattered, first off, and second off, it was a good chance for me to experiment with all these different genres I had never really experimented with before. So then the first one I made was The Griffin. It was it was a dramatic piece that we had made. And the motivation behind that was that I felt like that in film you don't see enough heroine characters. You don't see enough female lead characters. Usually a man, and anytime there is a woman, she's usually a damsel in distress. And in this case, I wanted her to be sort of a symbolic kind of hero, because that's why it's called the Griffin. A Griffin is a symbol of leadership and power.
Right.
And that's exactly what Bernie Larrabee's character, Mr. Man, says in the film, that she doesn't have that. And I wanted to show that it doesn't matter what gender you are, it doesn't mean anything. You can do anything you want to. You could be woman, man, black, white, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, that kind of discrimination, unfortunately, still exists today, and I wanted to address that in the form of a film.
Right.
While at the same time showcase that she could be dramatic, and I could showcase my writing, my directing, and Bernie was even showcase himself, because he did, in my opinion, a great job with his performance.
So that's great. So what started as a favor for a friend, Christina Moody, the actress, generated a series of short films, which showcases not only her work as an actress, but also yourself as the writer, director, producer of these short films.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, Chris, you went to, or you're still attending, New England Tech for film, is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes.
How's that experience going for you?
Oh, it's phenomenal. From day one, I've loved it. What I like best about it is they have really that great hands-on experience. First day I was there, I was on the camera immediately, and that's what attracted me to it. And also working with others, that was a great experience. One thing that I never learned from New England Tech, I never learned how to be a filmmaker. That I kind of taught myself.
Right.
Because they teach film, but it's maybe like 1 or 2 classes.
Okay.
Most of it I taught myself, because what I've done with most of my projects there is I've taken a filmic kind of approach to each one.
Yep.
We had to do a continuity project in one of my first semesters, and it was just simply a test to show that we know how to shoot and edit continuity.
Okay.
A person's hand is here, the next shot, it shouldn't be over there, it should be in the same spot.
Right.
Very basic stuff. But being a friend, we did a very Hitchcockian type of piece, like just 2 minutes, and it was both of us in the thing, and it was fun. It was good stuff. And then when it came time to do the music video, I had seen Michael Jackson's Thriller. I've seen Michael Jackson's Bad, Kanye West's.
In the Closet, or is that someone else? That's someone else.
Huh?
The In the Closet video, is that Kanye or is that someone else?
I think that's someone else.
Was that Chris Brown or someone? I'm a little confused. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't remember. There was the Kanye West video was called Runaway.
Okay, Runaway. Yeah.
It was a 35-minute music video, and I was intrigued by the fact that these music videos were short films.
Right.
That really intrigued me, because not only did they play this popular song, but they also told a story.
Yeah.
And telling a story while also trying to entertain with the music, that's a very tough thing to do, and I really want to take on that challenge, because in my opinion, the music video doesn't just have to be just the music. You know, you could still have a chance to tell a story. Michael Jackson's Thriller, I consider it to be a short horror film. I don't just consider it to be a music video. I mean, it was directed by John Landis, who had done American Werewolf in London, so it was all the more reason for me to see it. Michael Jackson's Bad was directed by Martin Scorsese, and Scorsese's my favorite director, so all the more reason for me to see that as well. I
was going to get to that, Chris. Scorsese is that your top choice for inspirations and influences for your films?
Oh yeah, I got, like many, I have many inspirations, but Scorsese is certainly my number one. just because I like his visual style, and I love the fact that he gives his actors a lot of freedom. There's a lot of directors who control their actors like marionettes, and you're just like, well, wait a minute, these actors are very creative. Let them do their job. But Scorsese, he gets them on set, and he says to them, do what you think the character would do. And if something's not quite right, then he'll go in and say, well, that's good, but maybe try this. Don't you think he would do that instead of this? Or don't you think she would do this instead of that? And 90% of the time it works. He's made many great films.
What's your top 2 or 3 favorite of Scorsese, Chris?
I would say number 1 is Raging Bull.
Yep.
Then Taxi Driver, and then Goodfellas.
Yeah, I'd say Goodfellas is probably my number 1.
Yeah?
When I saw Goodfellas, it really inspired me to get going with films. It planted some seeds in there. Just the Layla, Eric Clapton, the use of the music, and Ray Liotta, who just delivered the goods in that one.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Fantastic performance he had in that film.
Yep.
For me, it was Raging Bull. I don't know. I think it was not. I mean, it was much more than just the acting. The black and white cinematography and the wonderful editing by Thelma Schoonmaker, his now famous editor. That he uses for every single one of his films to this date. So it's just, I love his work.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What other filmmakers that inspired you, or even current films that you see and say, man, that's right on, that's spot on?
When it comes to film, I'm very nostalgic, especially about the ones that from the past. Besides Scorsese, like many, I like Spielberg.
Yeah.
He's not my favorite, but I do enjoy his work. Hitchcock.
Okay.
I've always enjoyed Alfred Hitchcock. Psycho is still to this day my favorite horror film. Stanley Kubrick is another good one. But in terms of current filmmakers, I would say my favorite currently is Darren Aronofsky.
Oh yeah, The Wrestler.
The Wrestler, Black Swan, which I think when I saw it in the theater, my jaw was to the floor. I loved that film.
Yep.
It's instantly became one of my favorites.
Yeah, Natalie Portman, tremendous actress.
Mila Kunis.
Yeah, she's getting there.
Yep.
Yeah, she's getting very good. Yes. Okay, Chris. So we saw last time your kind of ode to film, cinematic power. This week we saw The Griffin.
Yeah.
And you're currently working on a piece. Want to tell us about that piece that you're working on right now?
Sure. The name of the film I'm currently working on is called Still Life. It's a story about a photography student who goes through the ups and downs of creativity in his work, and it's a very personal film. The character is essentially me. I wrote it, and I'm currently directing it, and because it's something I go through all the time. I showed my music video to my class the first time they saw it. They liked it, but they didn't quite get it.
Right.
They didn't get why I did a short film. They didn't get why it was in black and white. They didn't get why it was this or why it was that. I said, well, I really wanted to tell a story, and no one really quite understood it. When I showed it outside of school, it seemed to get a better response, I guess. I guess it varies, different opinions.
So Still Life is about an artist and kind of the gap between the artist and his work and how personal and important it is to him.
Yeah.
And then the audience, which is kind of aloof a little bit.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
like they don't really know what to make of it.
Exactly, and then that in turn he beats himself up because he thinks he's doing wrong.
Right.
And that's exactly what the film's about, because I can't tell you how many times that I've been in that situation before, where I'm not sure if something I did was right or if it was good. Someone didn't like it, that means it's not good. It's like there's no middle ground for most artists, and that's exactly what this character is going through. And I based it on a quote by Ira Glass. It's a very long quote. I wish I could quote it off the top of my head, but he basically, in the quote, he talks about how the first couple of years of doing work, your work is just not that good.
Right.
It has potential. It can be good, but it's just trying to be good. And you want to close that gap and about how you should do work every single week, write a story every single week, and try to close that gap, because it's the only way you'll fight through it is by doing work as much as possible.
Don't work. I'm sorry. If you don't work, then you're not going to achieve your goals. If you do work and you persist and you don't quit, then you got a real shot at making something happen.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Now you're a pretty young guy. We won't give away your age, but you're a pretty young guy, and you're talking about music videos from the early '80s and Hitchcock, and a lot of guys who are younger guys and girls too. They don't really do their history, you know, as far as film and music videos. You're really informed on that, to your credit. So, what makes you different than the average layman, 20-something who's not really checking out the stuff from the 80s, the 70s, the 60s? What inspires you to go back in the history and check things out, Chris?
Well, as a kid, I've always loved movies and television. For some reason, I've always been drawn to the older stuff. It's kind of what I've been introduced to as well. I mean, I was born in 1989, and I watched, and I grew up in the 90s, and so I constantly watched films, even from the 80s. I remember my parents putting on 80s films for me. Like, I remember watching Return to Oz. I remember watching, there was the Muppet movies.
Oh, yeah.
And it was from that, I guess. And then as I got older, I did more research about who all these people were that made these films. Jim Henson, still this day, is one of my heroes, one of my favorite filmmakers as well. He made tons of great movies. No one really knows, though, that he's done more than just puppets. You know,
Right.
he's done tons of great stuff. And of course, I think it's just from the want to know more about film, the want to know more about who is this guy.
Right.
I guess it just came from me wanting to know more, always going to the video store. That's
Yep.
essentially that's where Cinematic Power came from, was that love for going to the movies, going to the video store, and just getting all these different emotions as I'm watching these films. And it's great.
Good for you, Chris. You know, what you were saying about the video store reminds me, several years back, I lived in a neighborhood that was kind of a rough neighborhood, but they had a video store where you could actually rent 5 films for 5 days for $5.
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
weren't the top choices, they weren't the new releases, but I found some real gems in that you know, history bank of films in that giant room, you know, just as an aside.
Yeah.
So Chris, this is great, man. You got Cinematic Power on the last episode.
Yeah.
This episode you have Christina Mooney and Bernie. What's Bernie's last name again?
Larrabee.
Larrabee, great actor.
Great actor, yeah.
Yeah, in The
Very
Griffin.
talented.
And we're going to be looking out for Still Life.
Yeah.
If there's anything that potential filmmakers out there in our audience for Short Film Showcase, you know, some of them might be saying, hey, you know, this guy Chris is pretty cool and I want to get into movies and I want to start doing stuff. You have any words of wisdom for those younger people that are coming up?
Yeah, pick up the camera and go.
There you go.
Pick up the camera and go, because it can't happen unless you take the camera and you get the editing software that you have. Even if you have Windows Movie Maker, use it. That's what
Right.
I started out with. When I was in high school, I was making movies on my own with no help. I would set up the camera, hit go in front of the camera, be the actor, and then go behind the camera and be the director in my head, and then set up the camera shot, and then hit go again. I tried to do all these unusual angles, and somehow it worked, and didn't always work, though. I tried submitting my stuff to festivals in high school. I submitted once to Rhode Island International Film Festival when I was, I want to say, junior in high school.
Yeah.
I didn't get in, but I made it to the last round of the judging.
Right.
And that inspired me to keep going. Experiment, even if you don't want to use yourself as an actor, do some animation. I started out doing claymation when I was in high school. I did a little figure of myself talking to the camera or whatever. It was good stuff. It was fun.
Everything you've said, I mean, if you take a look at a guy like Clint Eastwood, you know,
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood, who's doing stuff, making his own film, writing, directing, and starring
Yep.
in something, you know, like all his great stuff, the newer stuff. I'm trying to think of the one with the car.
Gran Torino.
Gran Torino, thank you.
Yes.
And that type of auteur mentality, doing it yourself, doing as much as possible by yourself, but of course you need that teamwork, you need that collaboration in film. I mean, they say film is a collaborative medium, but it's always good, I think, to have a leader, a visionary like yourself, who's saying, this is what we're doing,
Yeah.
and let's go, team, go. Let's get this thing going.
Yeah.
So maybe for the young people out there watching, like Chris said, pick up your camera, shoot something,
Yeah.
ask questions later.
That's right.
You know?
And get the team members later. I mean, I was fortunate enough that on those 3 films that we just talked about, Cinematic Power, Griffin, and now Still Life, I've had teams for those. Well, for Cinematic Power, I had to have a team because it was a school project, so we were assigned 2 other people. Anthony Napolitano, who did the camera work, and Chris Robinson, who had done the sound. But we all produced it together, so it's not my film. It's their.
Right.
It's just as much theirs as it is mine. But I've been showing it around, so I guess people assume that it was mine, but it's just not just mine.
Yeah.
Same with a film that I'm just directing. It's not just mine. It's also the cinematographers. It's also the editors. It's the actors. It's everybody's. And that's what, as you say, it's a collaborative effort. And I think that's the thing that's missing somewhat, because people are so caught up in, oh, I got this is going to make me look great. This is going to make me look great. But what about your team?
Right.
You know, I couldn't have made The Griffin or Still Life without the help of my director of photography, Mark Phillips, very talented guy, and without my sound guy, Ryan Campos. I mean, those guys, along with others, they're like, I go back to them like they're my family now whenever
Good.
I make a film.
That's great, Chris. Well, Chris, we've loved having you on the show.
Thank you. I enjoyed being here.
So we're gonna enjoy on this episode the Griffin, which we just saw. In a future episode, whenever it's ready, we're here for you for Still Life.
Yes, sir.
And of course, we had Cinematic Power, which was actually the first film we ever had on this whole series. So, Chris, I want to thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
And we'll be looking forward to seeing you and your films in the future.
Thanks.
Okay, our next film on Short Film Showcase is actually a collection of shorts called Do Not Laugh, Comedy Shorts by Tim Labonte and his partner Ari Rosenberg. Let's check them out.
Go. No. No. Yes. Jump! Damn it! Hate this game. Let's do something else.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. Let's use our imagination.
What? Imagination.
Magic's what it's all about. Oh,
Hi, my name's Kirk Summers. When I was a little tyke, I'd always enjoy my mother's homemade chocolate milk. She'd combine the perfect blend of milk and syrup to give me one of the best childhood experiences any kid could ever imagine. I remember I'd come home from Little League practice, I'd walk through that front door and...
Come over here!
Ma! I'm in the middle of something, just wait a few minutes.
Kirk, get your ass in here now and feed the bird!
Ma, I just fed it an hour ago.
Still hungry!
God damn it, Ma, in a minute!
You don't appreciate me anymore!
Ma! Shut up!
After all I've done for you, and this is how you treat me!
Ma! I'll feed the bird after I do this commercial,
It
please.
has a name! Say its name!
I'm gonna slit its throat! That's its name!
His name is Nicholas!
If you don't shut up, Nicholas, will be dinner!
You think you're so tough picking on the bird!
I'm so sick of you and that bird. If you don't shut your yap, I'm not gonna be able to film this thing, so shut up! As I was saying, I'd come home from Little League practice, I'd walk through that front door, my mom would welcome me with a nice cold glass
It's
of her...
been a minute!
Ma, this is my job. If you don't let me do my job, I'm not gonna be able to buy that goddamn bird its food.
You just do it for the girlies, but you'll never get one and bear me a grandson, cause you're
I'm not gay. Stop calling me gay.
Yes, you are, just like your father.
You better shut up or I'm gonna come in there and crush that goddamn bird's skull with my bare hands. Now shut up.
You wouldn't dare. That bird's a saint.
Ma, I'm gonna punch you in the throat.
Why don't you tell them about your anal warts and how you got them from me?
Hey, mister! Would you like to buy some Girl Cubs of America cookies? All the money goes to a great cause.
I'm sorry, I'm diabetic. I'm stripped for cash. I got laid off last week. I'd love to help, but I just can't.
But someday, they might find a cure for cancer. And you'll have delicious cookies to remind you of that.
I'd appreciate it if you left me alone. I'm depressed. I'm sure a neighbor has something for you.
But mister, I already been to all the other houses. What about your wife? Does she have any money?
My wife's dead. She died of cancer last month.
But if you buy a box of cookies, they might be able to find a cure
Cure for death? Huh? Do you think so? Well, you gonna go cry now? I live in the real world. I have real problems. Look at me. I'm a mess! I don't have time for this.
But mister, wait! I can walk! I can walk! Look! I can walk!
Oh God! Oh God, our foster parents are gonna sue me. Oh God. Holy dick!
Thanks, mister. Girl Cubs of America.
Are those regular-sized tortilla chips just too big and fragile? And are those bite-sized chips just not meeting your expectations? No! Then try Crumbs!
Wow! What is it?
It's the latest craze to come to your local supermarket. We've done careful studies to bring you the most convenient and hassle-free ultimate Mexican experience ever!
How do you spell crumbs?
We created the top-of-the-line machinery to produce for you the most tiny, the most tasty tortilla chip. You open a box.
Then what?
Pour it into your favorite bowl of salsa. Then you stir it with a big spoon.
It smells like paint.
Then you take a bite. And you taste the most satisfying tortilla chip and salsa snack your tongue will ever witness.
It tastes like pudding, but not.
No, not pudding. Crumbs! The only side effect is mesothelioma.
Cool! What's that?
Ask your grandfather. And with Crumbs, you'll be a hit at many occasions, like parties, Yom Kippur. But hey, if you call within the next 30 seconds, we'll even throw in football.
Sounds like a double play.
You bet. So call now and take advantage of our rush delivery.
To order your own personalized box of Crumbs, call 1-800-555-CRUMB. Please send all checks and money orders to Crumbs for Me, care of El Salvador Domingo International, 727 Churchill Way, Londonderry, New Hampshire 03035. Crumbs is for everyone. Side effects include dysentery, strep throat, measles, death. Do not eat Crumbs while on birth control. If experienced symptoms of mesothelioma are met, it's a myth, and clearly all in your imagination. Crumbs is a legal patent of El Salvador Domingo International.
What a great day not to have AIDS.
Oh, please don't be AIDS. Please don't be AIDS. Why? It's always AIDS.
I am so full.
You always order so much.
No.
Chinese food's from China? Oh, hey. Still got our fortune cookies.
Yeah, grab the one closest to you.
That's how it works.
Yep, that's the rules.
Your love will cradle his best friend, nude?
Accept your naked friend's embrace.
Find comfort undressed in your friend's arms.
I got a weird one.
Yeah, mine's a little strange too. Ours, what does yours say?
Let's do this. Hi, my name is Double Chin Chuck, and I play World of Warcraft. Come play with me. This is my character, Peter. Peter, you're so tall. Stay away from those people. They're not nice. Peter, you're so cool. I love you. Peter, cut that thing in half. Holy shit, he just killed the f out of that animal. Good job, Peter. Sometimes Peter gets so happy. Peter Jelly. There's so many rocks. Hello! Holy shit, is that a lion? Holy shit, is that a boat? Holy shit, look at that thing! Peter, I have so many questions for you. What is that, a giraffe? Peter, remember when I was playing and the power went out? I hear they play this thing on the internet. What is that, a potion? Peter, watch out! Peter! How many times do you have to win? World of Warcraft, this game.
World of Warcraft. Try it for free at warcraft.com.
I downloaded Pirates of the Caribbean, but they were naked.
Train Sergeant.
Hey, thanks for coming at such short notice. I dropped my wife's
Drain Sergeant, what's the
necklace
issue?
down the drain. It was really sentimental. It was her grandmother's. She's gonna be home soon in like 15 minutes, so it would be great if.
Yeah. Look, the water's fine.
No. The necklace is down the drain. We have to get the necklace in the drain. You can access it best from down here.
I got it. I can read. Nice shoes. Don't worry, honey. Secret's safe with me.
What are you doing?
I'm planning my angle of attack.
What?
You know, I need to visualize what needs to get done that's got to be did. Let's go get a beer.
No. We have to get this done. We have to get this done.
Alright.
How long is this gonna take? She's gonna be here any minute.
Hold your horses. What do I look like? A brain surgeon? Hey, I just got it.
Sure. It's fair. Listen. Keep working. Hey, honey. Hey, oh, you're on your way home? Alright, I'll see you in a few. Yeah, everything's good. Yeah. No, everything's fine. I'll see you in a little bit. Alright. Okay, love you. Bye.
Gross.
What are you doing?
How's Margaret?
Who, Jeanette?
Jeanette? Why'd you name her Jeanette?
I didn't name her.
Look, where I come from, we name our wives. Yeah, that's my perfect universe. Pretty deep. You ever kill a bat with a broom?
What?
Yup. Wish upon a star that would happen to me yesterday.
Are you gonna find the necklace or what?
I'll find it when it finds me. Look what I got.
What, you got it?
Window cleaner.
Are you kidding me? She's here. What the fuck?
Pretty nice. Must have been like, what, a million billion?
Give me it. Fuck. Hey.
Hi.
We had a problem with the sink, but it's all set now.
Yeah, all set now. But we accomplished a lot today. Call me if you need any more of my services. Thank you for the business. See you, Maji. Oh yeah, by the way, your husband's a queer biscuit.
Get out of my bed! You're naked! You're naked! Naked! In my bed! You in my bed! Who are you?
Hi, the film we just saw was Do Not Laugh Comedy Shorts by Tim Labonte and his partner Ari Rosenberg. Great stuff, really, really crazy stuff. I know Tim very well. He's my editor for my own films, and you can check Tim's stuff out on standstillpictures.com. And you can see more about me, your host, Mike Messier, on MikeMessier.com. I also want to say thanks to Brian Casey, one of the guys behind the production of this show. And earlier you saw Chris Esper in his film, The Griffin. It was great to have Chris in the studio. Okay, up next we have Aaron Olson's film, The Next Room. This one's really intriguing, and once again, Brian Casey helped produce this film. Let's check out The Next Room by Aaron Olson right now. That was Aaron Olson's The Next Room. A very great, very interesting, artsy film. I enjoyed it myself. I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, so this has been Short Film Showcase with your host, Mike Messier. We've had a great time. We've seen some films by Aaron Olson that we just saw, The Next Room. We started the show with Chris Esper's The Griffin, and then we met Chris here in the studio. We also had, right in the middle of the show, Tim Labonte and Ari Rosenberg's Do Not Laugh comedy shorts. Once again, this is Mike Messier's Short Film Showcase, where we feature local filmmakers as they make their short films en route to a professional career in filmmaking. Please check out MikeMessier.com, and we really do appreciate you watching our show. Thank you. We'll see you next time.